Broadcast. When we mention Tigers, we're talking about Princeton. We will just refer to Byron as Byron. We want to thank our sponsors of Tiger Central Live, and they include Yepsen Insurance Agency, IVNet, Princeton Redi, Crete, Michlig Energy, Beck's, Central Bank, 522 Boutique on South Main Street in Princeton, Midland States Bank, Wright Excavating, KB Elliott Financial Services, Pioneer Genuine Seed Solutions, and Chapel Hill Golf Course and Event Center. We also want to extend a big thank you to the Princeton Public Schools Foundation. Thanks so much for tuning in. We want to welcome both fans of Byron and Princeton, as well as fans all over Northern Illinois and beyond. I'm Norm Vandermoon, joined by Tiffany Gonigam and Joe Bates. Landon Bushel is our producer-director tonight, and working the camera is Nolan Brongle, as our crew is all set to capture these high school basketball headlines as they are being made. Well, it's been a full day of basketball here at Prouty Gymnasium. And Tiffany, your girls, a most interesting contest today with LaSalle Peru.
Yeah, we had an extremely fast start to the game today. We came out to a 15-2 lead at the end of the first quarter, maintained that lead throughout the half at 23-16, but LaSalle Peru changed up their defense into a zone and really slowed us down there from that first quarter. An exciting game throughout, and Princeton came out victorious 47-40.
And you got a big lift today from Olivia Mattingly.
Yeah, Olivia came in today off the bench and had 12 points. She just had an outstanding game all around, and whenever team packs it in like that in a zone, you've got to have kids ready to shoot on the outside, and I would say that's what Olivia was ready to do. And
Cam Driscoll, though ill, still your leading scorer with 18.
Yeah, Cam's been battling some sickness off and on a little bit since Christmas, and certainly today wasn't feeling her best, but most people probably didn't know. 17 points, did a lot of everything, hit some outside shots, drove to the basket, and of course was clutch from the free throw line as we closed out the game.
And Joe, I know you've got some notes to share here in the pregame, so go right ahead.
Sure, I'll catch us all up on the scores from last night. In Princeton boys basketball, the Princeton Tigers defeated Mendota 62-38. In that game, Noah Laporte had 23 points and Jordan Reinhardt 13. Bureau Valley defeated Anawan 54-36. Kewanee defeated Hall 54-37. LaSalle Peru defeated Ottawa 54-44, and Midland defeated St. Bede 44-41. In tonight's game, the Tigers are hosting the Byron Tigers. The Byron Tigers come into Crete Gym with a record of 18-6. In their last 5 games, they are 3-2, having defeated Mooseheart 65-50, having lost to Pecatonica 83-70, having lost to Oregon 46-44, defeating Rockford Lutheran 71-66, and having defeated Dixon 62-59 in overtime. The Princeton Tigers come into tonight's game with an overall record of 13-12. They are 6-2 in the conference. In the last 5 games, the Tigers are 4-1, having lost to Dixon 61-50, and having defeated Riverdale 67-60, Kewanee 69-60, Ottawa 54-38, and Mendota 62-38. Looking ahead on the schedule, the Tigers will host the Hall Red Devils on Friday, February 14th, and that game will be on Tiger Central Live. And then also on Saturday, the 15th, they'll be at home versus Winnebago, again on Tiger Central Live. Tuesday, the Tigers will travel to Erie Prophetstown and then return to Crete Gymnasium on Friday the 21st against the Sterling Warriors. Again, that will be on Tiger Central Live as well. The boys regional will be at Princeton High School. Those pairings will be announced on Valentine's Day, February 14th, and all of the boys Princeton regional will be carried on Tiger Central Live. Bring you up to speed on our broadcast schedule for Tiger Central Live. Mentioned as we went through the schedule of games. Friday, the Hall game, the boys game will be here in Princeton. That'll be the 14th. On Saturday, Winnebago, and that game will be at 6 p.m. Friday, the Sterling game on the February 21st will also be on. All these also, once the boys and girls sectional pairings are announced, we will provide full coverage of those games.
And I think, do we have the girls regional in the notes there, Joe, somewhere?
If you'll give me a moment.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, I believe I do. Let's see. Yes, the Princeton regional, that begins on Tuesday, February 18th. The early game, 6 p.m., will have Alleman facing the winner of Bureau Valley and Salmonaught. And then the later game at 7:30, Princeton Tigers will be hosting the winner of the Sandwich Mendota winner. And in that game, Sandwich is 12-14, Mendota is 3-23. The next game will be on Thursday the 20th. That'll be the championship game, and all of those games will be on Tiger Central Live.
All right, and then do we have a note, too, on the Hall Red Devils, because they're not in our regional?
Sure do. They will take part in the Erie Regional, and their schedule is as follows for the regional. Monday, February 17th, beginning at 6 p.m., Riverdale will play the winner of the Erie-Morrison game, and at 7:30, Hall will play the winner of Oregon and the Rock Falls game. And their championship game will then be on Thursday, February 20th.
All right. Thank you for that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Not too far away. Of course, Tiffany, your squad has a ball game on Monday night.
Yeah, Monday we'll take our last conference game to play Erie Prophetstown. And then we are off until the first regional game there on Tuesday the 18th.
You know, you've had so many games here lately. It's just been an unbelievable stretch. Is that maybe you haven't decided yet? How are you going to handle that with the time off?
You know, we have a fundraiser that we are doing with the girls program that on Tuesday, the girls will be each shooting 100 free throws. So Tuesday's practice will not necessarily be a day off, but you know, mostly just get in the gym, shoot some free throws, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then we'll try to have, you know, practice as usual.
Well, shooting free throws is never a bad idea, is it?
No, you can't get enough of that.
We do not have the pep band here tonight, so school song being sung a cappella. We miss the pep band when they're not here, though, don't we? They are the best.
Yeah, it really helps to give Prouty the right atmosphere, you know.
Oh, without a doubt. Sophomore matchup tonight was quite the contest indeed, with Princeton winning 56-54 over Byron. Well, we are going to turn things over to Mike Verana, and very shortly we will have our national anthem and our starting lineups.
Good evening, high school basketball fans. On behalf of the students, faculty, and administration of Princeton High School, welcome to Rowdy Gymnasium for tonight's varsity contest between the Byron Tigers and your Princeton Tigers. Please be reminded that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is accorded to all. Basketball fans, please let your good sportsmanship show before, during, and after the game. At this time, we ask that everyone stand as you are able as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem. Starting lineups. First, please welcome our guests, the Tigers from Byron High School. Newton. A 6'1" sophomore forward number 13, JJ Edmondson. A 6' sophomore guard number 15, Ben Huntley. A 6' freshman guard number 31, Hayden McGow. And a 6' junior forward number 33, Hayden Considine. Those are the Byron Tigers. Here is the starting lineup for your Princeton Tigers. A 6' senior guard number 4, Jaden Fulkerson. A 6' junior guard number 10, Gavin Lanham. A 6'6" senior forward number 23, Noah Laporte. A 6'1" senior guard number 30, Jordan Reinhardt. And a 6'1" senior forward number 45, Luke Smith. The Tigers are coached by Jason Smith.
No, I don't either. All right, so we are just about set to get this underway as the opening tap is controlled by Noah Laporte and the Princeton Tigers. Byron in the black uniforms, Tigers in the white with the blue numbers, and right off the bat we have a foul. Be a common foul out of bounds. Our program tonight and our sports information director here at Princeton, Katie Dye, does a great job, but it is faulty. Some of the names are missing. We'll do the best. We'll rely on Mike Verana quite a bit tonight when it comes to Byron. What do we got for defense, Tiffany?
Byron comes out in their man-to-man defense.
And come away with a steal. And a traveling violation on Byron. I noticed, Joe, in the notes that Oregon beat Byron recently. I don't imagine that's happened many times over the years, and I imagine they were dancing in the streets.
I imagine so.
In Oregon, Illinois.
Byron putting some pressure on here. 1-2-2 press.
There's Luke Smith firing away for three, misses everything. And here comes Byron. Still no score, 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Cross-court pass, now they get it inside. Shot is put off the glass, no good. Rebound taken in by Jordan Reinhardt. Jordan to Fulkerson. Now Lanham on the wing. Boy, this man-to-man, Tiffany, it's tight, isn't it?
It's tight, and they've got a lot of guys in the paint, I'm sure, trying to protect from Noah Laporte.
Fast break attempt, shot no good. So let's see if the Tigers can put the first points of the night on the board. Jordan Reinhardt shot no good. Look at Gavin Lanham. Sky, his pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by Byron.
Yeah, Gavin Lanham kind of out of nowhere with that offensive rebound, and here it's going to turn into an extra possession for the Tigers.
Jordan Reinhardt to inbound. Fulkerson out high. Now they get it to Noah Laporte, and guess what? Princeton's got their first two.
Slam dunk for Noah Laporte. What a way to get started.
As Brody would say, boosh. And now the ball goes out of bounds. Out of bounds. It will stay with Byron.
Number 12, Asa Gardner.
Three-pointer on the way. This one, no good. Rebound, Noah Laporte. Led ahead to Gavin Lanham. Left-hand layup, good.
What a nice pass there by Noah. Defender was in range to tip it away, but it was right on the money.
And speed is always in style, isn't it, Tiffany?
Oh, for sure.
Lanham can really get up and down the court. Now, this should be 3 shots. Oh, my goodness. Winds up being a pretty vicious foul. That's Newton that got hammered on that play.
Princeton Tigers, number 10, Gavin Lanham.
Lanham picking up the foul. So we'll see if Cason Newton can put Byron on the board, and he does.
Cason Newton at the line for Byron.
Second free throw also good. 4-2 Princeton. 5:19 to go in the opening quarter. And this one rolls out. Noah Laporte able to secure the rebound. Asa Garden down low to Noah. Lanham at the top of the key. Noah makes a move, goes strong to the basket, but loses his footing and goes out of bounds. It will go to Byron. I see Eddie Derrick's down there refereeing. Tiffany, do you know any of the other ones?
Possibly Pat Riley down there, but it's hard to tell from the back.
Yeah.
I actually don't believe that is.
Newton misses, but I do know that's Eddie Derrick's, veteran official, outstanding at his craft. And it goes to Noah Laporte. Noah to the baseline, puts up the shot, draws the foul. Did he hit his head on the rim?
It was tough to tell. Either that or the ball kind of bounced pretty hard off of something, either the rim or the backboard. And that may have came back and got him as well.
Well, immediately put his hand to his head and was rubbing away there. Free throw by Noah Laporte, no good.
Number 14, Jackson Mason into the game for Princeton to replace Gavin Lanham.
Noah has 2 points in the game. Second free throw is good. 5-2 Princeton. How about Princeton's defense, Tiffany? Is that 2-3?
Princeton in a 2-3. Yeah,
Yep.
Asa Garten with a near steal.
And a three-pointer.
A really quick release there for Cason Newton.
And he ties the ball game up at 5. Pressure by Byron. Tigers able to beat it. Now Noah has a little trouble grabbing the ball. Gets it off to Jackson Mason. His three no good. Garten strong to the basket. A lot of contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Princeton doing a good job on the offensive rebounds so far tonight.
Ace is really strong, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. And very quick.
So Asa has a chance to break the tie here as we're tied up at 5. Free throw no good.
We do have confirmation, Norm, that Kira Morris will be joining us for our halftime guest today.
Looking forward to that one. And Asa comes up empty on the free throws. And we're still tied at 5 with 3:26 to go. And a steal by Asa Garten. Left-hand shot won't go, and here comes Byron back the other way. Newton for three. No. And coming away with the rebound is Jordan Reinhardt. It was 1 against 3, but Jordan managed to win the battle. Jordan into the paint, reverse layup, scoop layup, no good. Woo. And he's going to be whistled for traveling. Coach Smith talking to the referee, but nothing spirited. And a foul going to be called.
Foul on number 14, Jackson Mason.
Jackson Mason picking up that one. So let's see here. Byron has 3 team fouls. Princeton has 2 with 2:43 to go in the quarter. So good chance it won't be a factor. Byron gets the easy basket. Considine getting that hoop. 7-5 Byron. Reinhardt lobs into Noah Laporte. Barton. Reinhardt sets up the 3 and nails it.
Oh, what a good read by Reinhardt, just to know that closeout was coming, and all he needed was one dribble to get free and let it fly.
All right, let's go to Joe.
Let's learn a little bit about our neighbors to the west, the Bureau Valley Storm. The Storm was selected as the school nickname voted upon by the students in the school's earliest days. 4 high schools, Buda Western, Wynette, Manlius, and Walnut, were consolidated to form the new district. Other nickname choices included Phoenix and Timberwolves. According to Wikipedia, 10 different villages have representation in the Bureau Valley student population: Bradford, Buda, Harmon, Manlius, New Bedford, Normandy, Sheffield, Thomas, Walnut, and Wynette.
All right, well, we have a Bureau Valley grad, and Tiffany, even the name Bureau Valley wasn't a slam dunk, was it? Didn't they?
Oh, no. I remember I was about 4th grade, I believe, and I don't know if our little 4th grade votes counted for anything, but I still remember the day in class we got the little ballots and we were allowed to vote on names and colors and mascots and
like
everything else.
I don't know, Prairie Ridge.
Bureau Ridge was one of them, yep. I voted for the colors green and silver. That didn't work out.
Not at all.
You know, one thing I found interesting in Joe's notes, because I think if you live in Harmon, if you live in the town, I think you go to Amboy. Did you ever know anybody whose mailing address was Harmon that you knew of?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess their mailing address may have been Walnut, though. Still.
Okay. Yeah. Eight-7 in favor of Princeton. 1:52 to go in the opening quarter. Reinhardt may have got away with steps.
I believe so. Jordan
spins. Lanham. Well, I know you're right, Joe. You know why? Because that's the way the referee saw it. As Noah Laporte puts it in and draws the foul. Noah's got 5 in the quarter.
Foul on number 10, Weston, Author, Laporte at the line, shooting 1.
Free throw by Noah misses. 1 for 3 from the line for Noah Laporte. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Lanham. It's a 3-on-1 break. Fulkerson's pass is intercepted. Holy cow. This young man from Byron, could he ever run?
Number 10, Weston, Author.
Must have been a foul on Byron away
It
from the ball.
was. And I did not see at all what happened there.
You know how you're talking about the formation of Bureau Valley and that? When I was in first grade, I don't know if you're aware, the slogan for Princeton is where tradition meets progress, is Noah Laporte. Reverse layup, good. Anyway, I told my grandma when I came home from school, I said, don't worry about who's going to win that. I got it all locked up. I put down Princeton, the greatest town in the world. It didn't win. Considine with his 4th point. And it's 12-9 in favor of Princeton. 35 seconds left. Will the Tigers hold for one? Kind of hard to do against this pressure, isn't it, Tiffany?
Yeah, and it's been constant all night.
And you know what? We'll take that shot. Noah Laporte, baseline layup. Noah's got 9 in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been tough to stop. And Byron's a physical team, but Noah is surely outmatching that right now.
Well, you know what? And we mentioned they were playing that tight defense. When they're playing tight like that, if you can get by them a step, you're on your way. 15-footer on the way, no good. Laporte has it. 1 second at the horn. His half-court shot hits the net but doesn't go in. And we've played one, and it's Princeton 14 and Byron 9 as we go to Joe.
IBC Hall of Famer Art Kimball. He was one of the greatest high school sports announcers of all time. Art had stops in Ottawa, LaSalle, Peru, Bloomington, and for many will be remembered for his coverage of the Mendota Trojans. Art was a sports anchor for WHOI-TV in Peoria. He called games from small high school gyms to Madison Square Garden. He was an outstanding play-by-play announcer as well as an outstanding interviewer. Art broadcast an Illinois-Nebraska football game on ESPN. Art was a longtime voice of the Illinois State sports broadcasts, many IHS State basketball tournaments, and Art died in 2010 at the age of 78.
By all accounts, an even better person than a broadcaster. Brent Kopp, and I know you know him, Tiffany.
Yep.
Brent worked games with Art. One of the things, Joe, that Art did, he kept the program from every game he ever did.
Wow.
And he had literally a trunk filled with programs.
A lot of history there.
Do you remember Art Kimball?
I don't believe I do, no.
If you ever look back on YouTube and look up like when Ohio played in the state tournament in '86,
okay,
that's Art Kimball doing the play-by-play.
Okay.
He was great. Had that distinctive voice.
Okay.
If he were up here tonight, he'd be like, Tiffany Gottingham, fine coach for the Princeton Tigers. All right, so we are ready for second quarter action. Ball gets away from Byron, out of bounds to Princeton. Sure you don't want to do any play-by-play tonight?
You got it, Norm. You got it.
She's saving her voice for Monday night and hoping she doesn't have to use it too much then, but we shall see. Tiger lead is 14-9. Fulkerson tries to find Noah Laporte, and he does. Noah to the paint, stops, almost travels, but got rid of it just in time to Jordan Reinhardt. Luke Smith wide open for three, shot no good. Jordan gets the rebound, goes up strong, and wow, tough break. He is called for travel.
Wow, that's his second traveling call of the night. Really, he's doing a great job of getting to the basket tonight, too.
14-9 in favor of Princeton. Tigers have, well, both girls and boys have both been playing extremely well lately, playing their best basketball this season. Staccato applause by the Princeton bench, imploring their teammates to play great defense. Tigers in that 2-3 zone. Now the ball's loose on the floor, and Noah Laporte able to get down there and tie it up for a jump ball. Or are they going to call a foul?
They're going to call a foul on Noah, I believe.
That's a tough one.
Foul on number 23, Noah Laporte.
And Noah's got some words for the official, and that's very rare that he says anything.
Yeah, I think the official might have been explaining what he saw, too.
Maybe just that he was a little too rough and going after it. I'm not sure. Anyway, Byron with it. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net for Hayden Considine. He has 7 points, 14-12. Seems like the Tigers have really outplayed Byron tremendously, but yet they're only up by 2 points. Now it goes down low to Noah. Hot potato pass to Fulkerson. Three-pointer no good. Gavin Lanham with the offensive board. Noah's open from 3. That one well short. Saved by Lanham, but retrieved by Newton of Byron. Newton launches the 3. No. Noah Laporte with the rebound. Tries to get it ahead to Fulkerson. It's knocked out of bounds by Newton. Princeton basketball leading by 2. Lanham on the wing. Reinhardt at the foul line. Lobs to Laporte. Beautiful pass. And it's all over but the shouting when that happens as Noah scores, and he's got another chance at a three-point play.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, Norm. I mean, if you've got even the smallest window to get that ball into Noah, it's game over.
And Jordan Reinhardt with all his many attributes, outstanding passer. Free throw for Noah is good. And the Tigers have opened it up a little bit. 17-12, a 5-point lead with 5:30 to go. And as Tiffany told you, Joel will be visiting with Kira Morris at halftime. Baseline drive, and Newton kind of got in no man's land, and Jordan Reinhardt comes away with the ball. Now Fulkerson thought about a 3, gives back to Jordan Reinhardt. Fulkerson drives the baseline. And the Tigers will reset the offense with Jordan Reinhardt in control. Down low to Noah. Does not get the shot to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. I'm just looking at our roster here, Joe and Tiffany, and a lot of heights not listed, but the tallest I'm seeing on here is 6'3". And so they just don't seem to have anybody to match up with Noah, as the free throw is good.
A lot of teams might have somebody 6'5" or 6'6", but they still don't match up with Noah very well.
That is so true.
Yeah, I've seen Noah's height listed at, various numbers, but he towers over me, and I'm 6'2". His second free throw, no good. 18-12 Princeton. And he's not only tall, he's strong. So Byron has been stuck on 12 for a while. Scoop layup, nice job. At timeout, we go to Joe.
Tom Kelly was a broadcaster for the IHSA State Finals from 1959 to 1987. Began his career at WMBD in Peoria and learned from Jack Brickhouse, who went on to broadcast the Chicago Cubs for many years. Tom was the play-by-play voice of the Bradley Braves for many years. He also spent some time in Los Angeles being the voice of USC football and basketball. Tom would also fill in for Monty Hall on the television show Let's Make a Deal. Tom passed away June 27th of 2016, just 2 days short of his 89th birthday. Tom Kelly.
He was a great one. You remember him, Joe?
I believe I do.
Yeah. How about Let's Make a Deal? You know that show, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Monty Hall.
Tom Kelly would sometimes refer to a delightful basketball player, he might say, about Noah Laporte. But he was great. He had a great voice. I know I asked Jill Cardosi. Do you know Jill, a kindergarten teacher?
Certainly.
She was a cheerleader for the Western Rams back in the day.
Sure.
And Tom Kelly actually interviewed her.
Sure. Okay.
Noah Drives the baseline. Byron cuts him off, but look at that pass. Beautifully done, Tiffany.
Oh, great pass, and what a brilliant cut by Asa Garton. I mean, his defender had turned his head just enough and left the lane wide open.
Tigers up 6, 20-14. There's been times you'd think Princeton's going to run away with it, and then Byron comes with an answer. Noah Laporte with yet another rebound. We don't keep that stat, but I wouldn't doubt he's got like 8 of them already. Jackson Mason, who's really had some good games lately. And it goes to, oh, look at that. Jordan to Noah, just a little bit too much that time.
Yep, a little too tall.
Three-pointer by Newton. Shot is good.
Boy, Byron really has a great ability to shoot three-pointers. Just when you think, all right, Princeton's in a good spot, they're able to hit a three, and now here we are, one-possession game.
20-17 in a game that, as I said, if you weren't looking at the scoreboard, or me anyway, I would think Princeton's dominating, that they would have a healthy lead, but Byron's right there. Down to 3:06. Reinhardt gets bumped rather solidly, no call. Three-pointer on the way by Fulkerson, no good. Good hustle by Garton, and a traveling violation is called.
Unfortunate, because he really had to battle two Byron players to come away with that.
Byron with it, down by 3, 2:44 to go in the opening half. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound tapped, and coming up with it is Jordan Reinhardt. Reinhardt over the timeline. Pass inside to Garton. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Byron.
Well, another good cut to the basket by Asa Garton. I know they didn't convert this time, but, that's that speed we were talking about earlier that he has. But obviously just a good basketball IQ as well.
2:19 to go, first half. Princeton 20, Byron 17. Nice pass inside, leads to a missed shot. Offensive rebound, putback no good. And the Tigers dodge a bullet. Now Garton into the front court, gives to Fulkerson. 2 minutes exactly to go in the opening half. Noah Laporte and Jordan Reinhardt trying to establish position. Jordan with a good save on what was an errant pass. Now Noah gives to Jordan. Look at that move. He goes up, has his shot blocked. Good play by Byron, huh, Tiffany?
It was. They're a very athletic team.
And all the way to the basket. It's one of those young men we don't have in our program, but he's got 4 points. Tiger lead is just 1. Jordan open for 3. No. Rebound goes out of bounds. Could have had an over-the-back foul, did we?
I believe we did.
Eddie Derrick's on the call. Yes. Luke Smith and Gavin Lanham checking in. Did you notice today LP ran the stack inbounds play against you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Lob inside to Noah, and it hits him in the face and goes out of bounds.
Tigers made those first couple of lobs into Noah look so easy, but they've struggled to make that pass here down the stretch.
That is a great point. But yeah, I think you still got to keep it in your playbook without a doubt.
No doubt.
So Byron with a chance to take the lead, even with just a regular field goal. Open three-pointer. No. Rebound. Luke Smith was going after it, and I think Luke got fouled in the process. Let's look at the team fouls. So that should be 4 on Byron. So there's only 39 seconds left in the half, but if the Tigers were to be fouled, they would go to the line for 2. Regrettably, the Tigers have not been very effective at the line. They are just 3 of 7 on the night. Lanham over the timeline now to Jordan Reinhardt on the wing. 31 seconds left in the half. Princeton by 1. Lanham gets to the foul line, passes to Luke Smith. Now Noah picks it up, goes strong to the basket, and lays it in.
Not even 3 Byron players could stop that. I was wondering if he'd be able to get to the hoop.
Key possession here. Just 10 seconds left. Tigers up by 3. They would love a stop. Nice drive to the basket. Shot is missed. Rebound Jordan Reinhardt. At the horn. Oh, he missed a three-quarter three-pointer by an eyelash. So our score at halftime is Princeton 22 and Byron 19, and Kira is here. That is absolutely wonderful. So step right up. I think you know Mr. Bates, don't you?
I do, in fact.
We've met.
We have. I've known him since I was little.
You've discussed a few pop-ups to shortstop.
Yeah.
We are joined by Kira Morris. Kira, sophomore, correct?
Yes.
At Princeton High School. And just to let the folks know, I have the privilege of helping out with softball as a coach, and Kira is one of our awesome softball players. But right now, you're on the basketball team. Tell me about how that's going.
Well, I think we are doing pretty well. From a JV standpoint, we started off pretty strong. We've gotten to a little rough patch, but only 1 game left, so hopefully we can finish strong. Varsity, I feel like we're doing really well. We've gone on a win streak, and we are just pushing through.
I sure agree. Coming together at the right time and playing very, 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 very well. Now back to you on the sophomore level. You are predominantly a point guard. Is that not the case?
I am.
That you are. I've watched and you do a wonderful job. But just exactly what we need out of a point guard.
Thank you.
Runs the program and facilitates everything going on. And you can shoot the rock and do lots of things as well. So you're a dangerous character for the other team to be concerned with. So doing a great job there.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, what other sports do you participate in?
Well, as you said, I do softball. I also do volleyball and cheerleading.
My goodness. What was the last one?
Cheerleading.
Oh, cheerleading. Yes, I know that. I could tell that by your outfit and stuff like that. Let's go to softball. I know you played a great deal on the varsity level last year. Isn't that right?
Yep. I'm very excited for this year.
Yes, and you wouldn't mention it, but I will. Kira was all conference, and that is a tremendous accomplishment. She earned it.
Thank you.
You played a lot of catcher and you played a lot of second base and swung a big bat.
I know. Hopefully that will continue on for this year.
Yep. I was going to say, I know you're busy with basketball, and that's the way it should be, but not to look ahead too far, but softball's coming up, and that's
it's
pretty
right
exciting.
Around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that.
Yep.
Especially with the new upcoming level we have, quite a few players.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think there's certainly a better number than we've had for many, many years, and as far as returning folks, it's got to be a record. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and people have been working hard, whether they're playing other sports or if they're not playing other sports, working on their game through the winter, through last summer as well. So certainly high hopes there. Okay, when you're not doing basketball or softball, how about volleyball? What position are you typically playing there?
Well, for the sophomore and freshman level, I played all the way around, and I played as an outside hitter, which is a surprise because I'm short. But I also played back row, just like middle back. And then I also play travel, like I'm playing travel this year, so I'm just playing back row.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I know you can play front row because it's not all about height. It's about smarts and getting it done, and I believe you did get that taken care of. And then how long have you been involved in cheer?
Since 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yep.
They didn't have it in 4th grade, right?
No.
No, you do a great job with that too. Okay. When you're not doing those things, what do you do around Princeton High School?
I hang out with my friends a lot. I play travel, so that also takes a lot of time for softball and volleyball. I spend a lot of time with my family, and just stuff like that.
Sure.
Family stuff.
Are you? Are there particular classes that are pretty exciting or pretty interesting for you at this point?
I like personal effectiveness a lot. It was very engaging with Mrs. Saylor. I liked conservation because we got to recycle every Friday. I like math.
Sure.
I'm pretty good at it, so it's exciting when I get to know stuff. I pretty much like all my classes.
Good, good. Tell me just a little bit about personal effectiveness. That sounds like a new one to me.
So it's like a class where we read a book. It's called The 7 something habits of life, and it like teaches you all about like how to be a good person, how to like fight anxiety, all the stuff like that, all the realms of life like that.
Awesome. So you've got some outstanding teachers that I'm sure helping you out too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. Other extracurriculars? I know you're busy, so you certainly don't need to be doing 4 more things.
I just do student council too.
Well, you do? Okay.
I do.
I should have known there was at least one more.
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, family? Tell me about your family.
Well, I have a brother who is 23, I think, and then I have a little sister who's 4.
Awesome.
She is a wild child, and she keeps me busy.
She keeps you going, huh?
She does.
Yeah.
You will oftentimes see her running around at the games because she runs free. And then my mom, she is like the person I aspire to be. She's an amazing mom.
That's awesome.
And my dad is the athletic person, so he's the one that like teaches me all the sports and pushes me to be the best I can be.
Great. That's good. I know your folks, and they're great people, and I know
They are.
They are your biggest fans and supporters, and
They are.
It's awesome that they're dedicated to what you're doing, and you live up to it 10 times over. So
Thank you.
That's fantastic. So
Yep.
so anything else you might want to shed light on regarding your time at Princeton High School? You've got a ways to go yet. Let me ask this question. Do you have any thoughts on what you might want to do in the future?
I think I want to be an occupational therapist
Okay.
or a radiologist. 2 totally different things, but
Different, but both helping people, and that's
Yeah.
great. Is there somebody in your family or someone you know that's kind of set that example, or?
not occupational therapist. I kind of got from Paige Jessie.
Okay.
She was like saying stuff, and I looked into it. It seemed something I was interested in. But radiology, I had the X-ray last year, and it kind of just intrigued me.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Certainly time to go many different directions, but it's nice to have a thought at least of something that interests you. And
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure you'd kill it on either case or whatever you choose to do. So,
Yeah.
Well, great. Kira, thank you very much for coming up tonight. Appreciate your interview and
Thank you for having me.
all you do. You're welcome, and
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, so we are at halftime. Appreciate you, Joe, interviewing Kira.
It's a pleasure.
Did you Tiffany and I were off to the side and a little bit out of vocal range. Did you by chance ask her what she wants to do for a career?
I did, and
Yeah.
she's had some thoughts about either occupational therapy or radiology. So
Wow.
I could vision her being very, very good at either one.
Some of these kids, you ask them what they're going to be, and then they tell you, and it's like, I don't even know what that is.
I had to ask about one of her classes. I'm like, I don't think I know what that is. But once she explained it, it was somewhat familiar. So,
All right, well, let's take a look at the scoring for Princeton. Gavin Lanham with 2, Asa Garden with 2. Noah Laporte leading the way with 15 points and 3 points coming from Jordan Reinhardt. And for Byron, it is Caden Considine with 7 and Kason Newton with 8. The other 4 points are by a mystery man that is not in our program. Scored by quarters, Princeton led 14-9 after 1, and they lead here at halftime 22-19, which tells you that Byron actually enjoyed a 2-point advantage in the second quarter. Tiffany, as we go to the second half, what do you see as some of the keys for the Tigers?
Well, getting it down low to Noah Laporte, number 1, it seems like the Tigers are able to get a little bit of a mismatch when he's down there. I think sometimes it's maybe even with Reinhardt or Luke Smith, but they get that cross screen and they are able to get just enough of a mismatch. If the Tigers can keep getting that pass on target, that little lob pass down to Noah, he's nearly unstoppable down there. But the key is just making those good passes, and for the rest of the players to make sure that they're open, because you'll see a lot of times if they do get it down to Noah, there's an extra Byron defender going to help. And so, I've seen Noah be very patient, get a nice pass to Asa Garten in the lane, get a kick out to Jordan Reinhardt on the three-point line. So really, I think that Princeton's doing very well. They've got to just keep doing what they're doing and take care of the ball.
Free throw line has been a bit of a problem for the Tigers. Only 3 for 7 in the first half. Byron, by contrast, has shot better percentage-wise, but they are just 2 for 3. What is it you've got coming up with your squad and free throws?
That's right. We're running a free throw-a-thon fundraiser. So the girls went out and got some sponsors for they're going to shoot 100 free throws. And so they were asked to find people to pledge per free throw made. And some people chose to make a flat donation, and we absolutely appreciate that. But the kids will shoot their free throws no matter what, 100 of them. We're really looking forward to it.
And then logical question, I guess, with the fundraiser, where's the money going to?
So this will help with a lot of our tournaments that we go to throughout the summer, and hopefully some new travel gear for next season.
Great. Fantastic. So a good cause. Yeah, people probably don't want to sponsor Cam on per free throw.
You got to be careful. Yeah, maybe like a penny, 10 cents. You might want to watch that one. She, now a lot of times the biggest number that we would shoot at one time is 10, but it is not uncommon for Cam to come back to the circle and say 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
So.
Well, we are ready for what almost assuredly will be an exciting second half. Sophomore game was a barn burner, 56-54. Princeton over Byron. Want to thank our camera crew, Nolan Bronco. Well, he actually is our only cameraman today, and Landon Bushel being our producer-director. Could not do it without him, as Garten shot no good, but Noah Laporte there for the board. Noah with 17. Baseline drive. Good job by Noah to cut the man off on the baseline. 14-foot floater, no good. Rebound, Noah Laporte. You ever tell your players, Tiffany, if when they cut off that baseline, even if you have to put a foot a few inches out of bounds, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, cut it off. Absolutely.
Now Lanham stops at the foul line, feeds Jordan Reinhardt. Jordan all the way to the basket. Shot no good, and a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Gavin Lanham. Jordan missed that layup. I think he was a little astounded that there was no interference in between. I couldn't believe how open he was. Nonetheless, there's been 2 points scored in this half, and they were by Princeton, so they have a 5-point lead. Three-pointer on the way. This one no good. Taps back out to Newton. Long way to go, but you get the feeling this is a big possession. Newton for 3. In and out, no good. Laporte with the rebound. Look at the big man dribble behind his back.
Yeah. It's good to see Princeton come away with a stop on that one, because that long rebound that went back to Byron, it's like, oh, man, we had gotten the stop. You never want to give up those offensive rebounds.
Now Luke Smith lobs inside to Noah. Nice catch by Noah. Back to Luke. Luke drives the baseline. Now Fulkerson in the corner. Good job to get out of that corner because, as you know, the out-of-bounds lines are like an extra defender. Fulkerson loads up for 3. Shot no good. Look at Lanham in there for the offensive board. Shot no good. Noah flies in, and his shot is good.
Flies in is right, Norm. I mean, and numerous Princeton players have just been flying to the offensive boards all night.
Princeton lead is 7. And Noah Laporte has 19 points. Three-pointer on the way, and this one is good by Newton.
So 30-second timeout.
Yeah, as we go to Joe.
Real quick, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Yepsen Insurance Agency, IVNet, Princeton Redi, Crete, Michlig Energy, Beck, Central Bank, 522 Boutique, Midland States Bank, Wright Excavating, KB Elliott Financial Services, Pioneer Genuine Seed Solutions, and Chapel Hill Golf Course and Events Center, with a special thanks to the Princeton Public Schools Foundation.
Yeah, we can't thank those people enough. It's because of them that we're going to be able, because as we've mentioned to you, none of us on our crew get paid, but when the regionals come along, there are broadcasting fees that have to be paid, so those sponsorships come in real handy. And Steve Morton has said he doesn't have to twist anybody's arm, Tiffany.
Oh, that's fantastic. We can't be more thankful for our sponsors and the people in the community that support this program. I can't say enough about, trying to watch games throughout the state and the area. You have all these pay-for programs. What we have is so nice for our community.
All right, so the Tigers, oh boy, got to beat that 5 count, and they just do. They get it to Jaden Fulkerson. Noah's going to drive the baseline. Puts the shot up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Foul on number 33, Caden Considine. Noah Laporte at the line for Princeton.
So Noah with 19. And make it 20, as he's got 20 of Princeton's 27. Second free throw also good. Tiger lead is 6. Newton draws the attention of Gavin Lanham. Three-pointer from straight on, no good. Tapped out of bounds, it'll go to Princeton. Well, Tiffany, the Tigers pretty well following your second half advice. They have 6 points, and Noah's got all 6 of them.
Yeah, it's just such a key, he's a mismatch for a lot of teams, even tall ones, as Joe was saying at the break, but especially Byron here.
Nice pass by Jordan Reinhardt.
Look at
Noah
three
able to stop on a
players.
dime, misses the shot, and should be an easy layup, and it is for Kason Newton, and he's having a good game himself. Newton with 11 points, and Byron is to within 4.
Byron in their 1-3-1 defense now.
Bounce pass to Noah Laporte, out to Jordan. Near steal by Newton. Reinhardt picks it up. Fulkerson resets the offense. 4:05 to go, third quarter. Jordan's open for 3. Lines it up. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Byron. You mentioned, Tiffany, that Byron's in a 1-3-1 zone. But zones are kind of funny animals, aren't they, in the sense that they almost wind up working out the same as whatever, a 2-1-2, or because a lot of times there's 2 guys on that back line guarding Noah Laporte.
Yeah, as soon as they see Noah on that backside block, there's somebody there to stand. You can shift him how you need to.
And, wow, nifty passing for Byron leads to a basket for Warbritain, his first 2. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, really for Byron, this has worked out pretty well for a defensive change. If you notice 15 there on the backside, just really helping to protect the paint.
Mason's pass stolen away. Sorry, Tiffany.
No.
And guess what? We've got a tie ball game as Newton puts it in 28-all as we go to Joe.
Shannon, Illinois is the home to was the home of the Shannon High School Eagles. Their colors were orange and black, and Shannon has a population of 854, located on Illinois Route 72, about 30 miles north of Sterling. The high school opened in the late 1890s and closed in 1986. Building is still used as a middle school. Shannon schoolers attend Lanark Eastland High School. In a January 29, 1965 game, Shannon's Randy Buss scored 54 points and had 34 rebounds in a game against Dakota. Forston and Shannon used to play a basketball game every year for the Dirty Bird Trophy. It was a combination of the two schools' nicknames, an eagle and a cardinal. The loser had to store the ugly trophy in their trophy case.
What was that game that guy had, Joe? How many points? How many rebounds?
He had 54 points and 34 rebounds.
Not too bad.
It's a day's work.
I would say.
And that, of course, was pre-3-point line. Well, Tiffany, you mentioned about getting the ball into Noah Laporte, but now it's almost to the point that it's begging for somebody else to step up.
No, I would agree. The way that they're playing the zone, and the last time Noah touched it, there were 3 Byron players surrounding him. So, like I said, guys like Jordan Reinhardt, Gavin Lanham, now Jackson Mason out there, they've got to be around that 3-point line, ready to catch a pass from the inside.
So we are tied at 28 with 3 minutes to go in the third period. Mason, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. We'll stay with Princeton. Laporte on the baseline, feeds Fulkerson. Back to Laporte. Noah drives the baseline. His pass to Jordan Reinhardt off the mark, out of bounds to Byron. And I know you like to employ that 1-3-1 zone. It's giving Princeton fits.
Yeah, it really is. And Princeton played really well against 1-3-1 with the last time they played Newman, but, just a little bit of a different personnel here with Byron.
Oh, my goodness. That is Cason Newton. He has quite an interesting shot, doesn't he? Gets way up in the air on that jumper. Reinhardt. Now Jackson Mason. Byron has Jackson Mason well scouted. Every time he gets it, he is double teamed. They know he can shoot the 3. And look at this. Breakaway layup, no good. And the Tigers are fortunate to come up with it. Noah Laporte headed down the court, off the rim. Shot will not go, but he will get 2 free throws. Some of the Byron faithful less than thrilled by that call. Cason Newton picking up the foul. That's just his first. He's the big scorer for Byron. Officials giving everybody a chance to catch their breath. Free throw by Noah, good. So Noah 3 for 3 from the line in the quarter. Tigers to within 2. It's Byron 31, Princeton 29. Noah good again. Noah with 22 points. Byron by 1, 31-30. Lob inside, shot is put up and good. Edmondson getting that hoop. Tigers down by 3. Reinhardt drives in. A lot of traffic, and Jordan manages to draw the foul. Considine picking up the foul. And Jordan Reinhardt has 3 points on a 3-pointer. That is it so far, as his free throw is good. 33-31 Byron. Second toss for Jordan, also good. 1-point game. Three-pointer from the baseline, no good. Ball tapped around. Byron's going to get another chance. And the 8-footer is good. I believe that was Edmondson. So that makes it 35-32 Byron as Laporte drives the baseline, and he is fouled. Once again, the Byron faithful not too happy about the call. Four team fouls on Byron, so only 48 seconds left in the quarter. Shouldn't be a big factor, but another foul on Byron. And the Tigers will be shooting free throws, and I'm not so sure, Tiffany, what this delay is about. Do you know?
I'm not sure either. Oh, number 33, just his fourth foul, though. That is significant. That's Considine.
The inbounds. Lobbed into Noah, back to Jordan. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Tigers down 3. Reinhardt, 10-footer, no good. Rebound taken down by Byron, and they've got a fast break opportunity all the way to the basket, and laying it in is Kason Newton. Byron's opened it up to a 5-point lead. Luke Smith, top of the key. Down to 15 seconds for the quarter. Noah Laporte trying to get open under the basket. Drive to the basket by Garten, no good. Gets his own rebound, off the glass and good for Asa Garten. 2 seconds. Half-court shot, no good. We've played 3, and it is Byron 37, Princeton 34.
Walnut, Illinois is the home of the Walnut Blue Raiders. Established in 1890, their colors were blue and white. The longtime brick high school was built in 1923 for a cost of $90,000. Today, that would be $1,620,000. The high school was deactivated in 1995. The old football field is now known as Blue Raider Park and is used for youth soccer. Walnut finished second in the IHSA football playoffs for Class 1A in 1982. That team lost to Ziegler Royalton 7-6 in the championship game. The 1983 team was state semifinalist, finishing 11-1.
Well, we've got somebody up here who's pretty familiar with Walnut.
Well, yes.
Now, of course, that building has been knocked down for quite a while, but do you remember it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Remember it being up there, being in the building. Yeah, sure.
Up on top of the hill.
That's right.
I think I've told you the story, but my wife hasn't had real good luck with schools. She went to Bureau Township. That's no more. Walnut High, no more. So far, they haven't torn down Western Illinois University. So.
Oh, let's hope not.
Yeah. And your mom, of course, and dad went to Walnut,
Graduates,
right?
that's right. Class of 80.
Tell you what, they really did. They Walnut High School, they had a great run. They really did.
Some notable athletes from Walnut. We'll cover that next break we have.
And the layup is up and good by number 15. I believe he's saying Isley, but not sure on that. At any rate, Byron has opened it up to a 5-point lead. Tigers don't want to get behind any further. Luke Smith. Now Jordan, foul line shot, good.
And the way that Noah's being guarded down below against this zone, we're going to need to see some more out of that from Reinhardt this quarter.
I think you're absolutely right. Shot missed, but it ricochets off. Luke Smith. Pass goes into Newton. He's open from 3. Shot no good. Rebound Noah Laporte. Noah's just going to go straight down the middle of the floor. Bounce pass to Fulkerson. Knocked away by Byron. And Byron up by 3. Layup is called off. They're not going to allow the hoop. So Byron will have it out of bounds. Foul on Luke Smith, just a common foul. Shot inside, missed, and an over-the-back foul on Byron.
Byron foul number 15, Michlig.
So the Tigers down by 3. Reinhardt tries to get it to Asa Garden. The ball knocked out of bounds. 6:27 to go in the game. Byron's lead is 3, 39-36 over Princeton. Reinhardt the inbound. Now Jordan's going to launch from 3. Tie ball game.
That's exactly what you need. Start hitting from the outside. See if you can take some of that pressure out from under the hoop.
Tigers were down 5 just moments ago. They've evened it up at 39. (41-39) Byron on that successful drive. Reinhardt. Now Jordan hit from 3 just a moment ago. Jordan Reinhardt. Back to Fulkerson. Noah in the paint, gives to Jordan for the open 3. Yes! And the Tigers have the lead. Well, that's the thing about Jordan Reinhardt, isn't it, Tiffany? He can put them up in a hurry.
That's right.
Oh, look at that. Near steal by Noah. Noah's ahead of the pack. Pass deflected, but Noah's still ahead of the pack. Boosh.
High percentage shot.
That was.
Brody, if you're listening, I'll pay your royalties next week. Tigers lead 44-41 as we go to Joe and more on the Walnut Blue Raiders.
Well, there's a couple very famous people from the village of Walnut, and they went on to professional sports. First, Dan Kolb. Dan was a pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Atlanta Braves. And he was a 1994 member of the All-Star team. Ron Baum played football for the University of Illinois and also played in the NFL for the St. Louis and Arizona Cardinals in 1987.
Couple more real famous ones from Walnut, 2 of the greatest officials of all time. Any idea, Tiffany?
Well, they wouldn't happen to have a last name Wilcoxon, would they?
That is right.
Just several.
Larry and Kenny. Of course, Kenny's still refereeing. Boy, oh boy. And, of course, they didn't just referee basketball. They football, baseball.
Yeah.
I know through the years when, of course, Larry's passed on now, but when, every once in a while there's a play that just hardly anybody understands, what's the right rule? And I would always call Larry, and I knew I would get the straight scoop. I remember one game Malden had a game, and it was up at Walnut, and whoever was supposed to referee canceled out at the last minute. Kenny was coaching, and they called Larry in to referee, and the coach at Malden told me, that's not appropriate. I said, if there's any referee that wasn't going to give his son a break and just call it to the rules, it would be Larry Wilcoxon.
Yeah, Kenny was probably more upset about it than he was.
Drive to the basket, a great block by Noah Laporte. Boy, Byron wants a lot of calls, don't they? Their fans, they might lead the league in complaining. Look out here. Ten-foot runner, no good. Foul going to be called on the Tigers. Jaden Fulkerson picking up the foul. Free throw, no good. You know, one thing about Larry Wilcoxon, he refereed at the Assembly Hall. But you know what? If they needed a referee down at Leapertown Grade School in Bureau, he'd be there. Jordan quickly ahead to Fulkerson. Now Jordan. Ball tipped away, and Byron with the steal. They got a fast break. And laying it in is Kason Newton. He has 18, so Noah's got 24. Kason 18 for Byron. Tiger lead is 1. In it goes to Noah Laporte. Off the glass and good. And Noah, 26 points. Great ball game tonight here at Prouty. Three-pointer on the way. This one no good. Good box out by Jordan Reinhardt. Jordan, now Luke Smith in the corner. Good bounce pass into Noah. Noah looking for some help. Luke Smith open at the foul line, decides to pass to Jordan Reinhardt. And instead, going the other way, it's Newton for an easy 2. (46-45) Princeton, nearing the 3-minute mark to go in the game. Luke Smith. Garton in the corner. Noah trying to work his way open in the low post, but not able to do it so far. Fulkerson drives in, runner no good. And Byron, with this trip down, has a chance to take the lead.
Interestingly, Byron back in their man defense for that last possession.
Oh, good catch. This Kason Newton that has the ball right now, you got to stick to him like glue. He is exceptionally dangerous. And he's going to launch from 3, and he nails it.
Wow, what a difficult shot that was.
And he puts Byron up by 2 with 2:23 to go. In it goes to to Luke Smith. Now Reinhardt has it. Off the glass, no good. And Byron has numbers. It looked like a traveling violation, and it was. Sometimes you're running that fast break and you have so many options that by the time you weigh them all out, you make a travel. Scoreboard shows that Princeton has 3 timeouts left. It's the other way around. Byron has 3, Princeton has 2. 2 minutes to go in the game. Those might come into play here. Garton with it out high. Now Fulkerson. Tigers down 2. Reinhardt at the foul line. Reinhardt spins. Good move, and he is absolutely hammered. And he'll go to the line for 2, where Jordan is 2 for 2 on the night. One thing about Jordan Reinhardt, you see him on the football field. I get to see him play baseball. So fundamentally sound.
Oh, no doubt.
Those fundamentals, they'll serve you well in any sport, won't they, Tiffany?
Oh, absolutely. You never do enough fundamental work. That was 5 fouls on Considine. We wait for a substitution here.
Weston Auker, Auker perhaps, as Reinhardt at the line. Tigers down 2, make down 1 with that made free throw. Second free throw by Jordan, also good. We're tied at 48, 1:41 to go. Obviously, don't go anywhere. Sophomore game went overtime. Will the varsity? Newton being guarded by Lanham. Errant pass. Last touch by Princeton. That's the way I saw it too. How about you?
Yeah.
Eddie Derrick's on the call. And Byron getting the easy basket. Tigers had their eyes on Newton with good cause, and Edmondson just snuck in and got the easy basket. Now Garton for three. Yes! A huge three by Asa Garton.
Yeah, that was a key shot right there to put the Tigers back up ahead.
Princeton by 1, 51-50.
1 minute to play in the quarter.
Now, I noticed you said the quarter, not
the game. The game, but yeah, I mean.
As we go to Joe.
Butte, Illinois is the home of the Butte Bears, or was the home of the Butte Bears. Butte was originally known as Lost Grove. The mayor of the town in the early 1900s changed the name to Butte after his hometown in New York. Butte and Sheffield schools combined in 1961 to form the Western School District. The Butte Bears' colors were purple and gold. On February 17, 1956, in a game against Neponset, Chuck Moritz scored 57 points for the Bears.
Just, absolutely astounding when we hear those numbers. 57 points, again, no three-pointer. I ask our good friend Charlie Waka as we bring up some of these names, like the Butte Bears. I said there must have been some pretty intense rivalries back then. He goes, they all were. Well, Joe, you remember back in the day with the Indian Valley Conference. Oh, my goodness. A lot of good games.
Certainly.
Tiscawa had the Prasaders. Depew had a lot of good teams. Ohio, of course, second in the state. Anawan was always strong. Walnut a little more lopsided to the football side of things than basketball. Well, anyway, let's reset things here. 55 seconds to go. Princeton 51, Byron 50, as the dangerous Cason Newton has it. Ball knocked away. Noah Laporte's ahead of the pack. They can't get it to him, but there is a foul in the back court. Probably a wise foul, actually. I know Joe talks a lot about that. Good fouls. That was a good one.
Yep. Damage control at that point.
Yeah, well stated. Ooh, ball thrown into the back court. Jordan Reinhardt does a good job just to field it. And Coach Smith is going to take a timeout.
Osceola High School was located in Osceola, Illinois, and that's located in Stark County, about 9 miles northeast of Bradford. Population is around 50. In the early 1900s, the town supported 2 churches, an auto repair shop, a general store, a cheese factory, a flour mill, a blacksmith shop, and of course a school. Osceola was never officially incorporated as a town. The high school opened in the 1880s and was closed in 1920. The building was used for a grade school until 1952. The school was demolished in 1982.
Isn't that astounding, though? All those businesses and that. Obviously, they probably had more than 50 people at that point, but still.
50 people, yep.
I know years ago the kids at Malden did a calendar, and it was like Malden used to have a car dealership at one time. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, our colleague Brody, he's real interested in local history. It is fascinating stuff. 45 seconds to go, and the Tiger lead is 1. The ball knocked away. Newton, what a circus shot that was. Or no, yes it is. It's Cason Newton. He'll go to the line for 2. There's just no angle that's impossible for that young man, is there, Tiffany?
Yeah, I mean that was impressive.
Free throw, good. We are tied at 51. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Noah Laporte. And do we have a foul in the backcourt? Or is it a jump ball? We'll see.
Jump
Apparently,
ball.
just a jump. Thank you. 39 seconds, tied at 51. Fulkerson brings it up to the midcourt stripe. Good ball handling there by Jaden. Being hounded by Newton. And Coach Smith, I think, very wisely taking a timeout. I'm going to go with Tiffany here, if you don't mind, Joe, just for a minute. And what do you think Coach Smith's going to be talking about in the timeout with 27 seconds left?
Well, you just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. They still do have one timeout, if needed. But, at this time of the game, you not only want to set up what you're looking for this potential last shot, but also what if you have to go to defense, So with only one timeout left, you want to make sure the kids are prepared on both ends of the court.
And maybe a possibility that if you get it down to 10 or 12, you take another timeout if you don't have anything going?
Yeah, for sure.
Going back, I don't know if you two felt the same, but that bounce pass that went into the back court out of the reach of Jordan Reinhardt, and he was able to get that ball before it went out of bounds. That is a very, very difficult play.
Yeah, that was. And I think Coach Smith did the right thing. I think there was a timeout right after that as well. Every possession's important right here.
To say the least, and Asa Garten with that three-pointer earlier was huge. So the Tigers will have Noah Laporte, Luke Smith, Jordan Reinhardt, Jaden Fulkerson, and Asa Garten. 27.9 seconds. Luke to inbound. Gives it to Fulkerson as he managed to keep it away from Kaysen Newton, which was a good thing. Noah Laporte out high. Gives to Reinhardt. 15 seconds. Reinhardt. And Jordan calls for the timeout with 8 seconds. So kind of what we thought might happen.
Yeah. Byron's just athletic enough that they were able to really keep those 5-second calls on. Princeton wasn't able to hold on to the ball much, and so I think, right idea to take another timeout and get something set up.
Now let's take a look at the fouls, if you would, Tiffany.
Yeah, Byron would have a foul to give here before they send Princeton to the free throw line. Each team has 3 fouls.
So we might see that.
Yeah, potentially. I would imagine Princeton's going to go for one shot here.
If they get it down low to Noah Laporte, they may try to
foul before he gets that shot up for sure.
I know you want to get everybody involved, but I would think in this situation you want to go with your money, either Noah or Jordan.
Yeah, for sure.
9.3 seconds left.
Possibly a screen and roll with both of them.
Got a little youngster here handing the ball to Eddie Derricks. He's having a good time at the ball game tonight, which is what it's all about. Jordan Reinhardt to inbound. Gets it in to Jaden Fulkerson. 8 seconds. Now Noah. Noah to the baseline. Spin move. Puts it up and in.
Wow.
Money.
53-51 in favor of Princeton.
That was a fine play.
Now, Nora, my math could be wrong here, but Noah Laporte may have just become the all-time boys leading scorer with that basket, if it's not exciting enough. I do see Mr. Olson at the bench here. We'll see.
They might
if
be
there's
well
an
served
announcement.
just to finish the game.
You may be right.
Under the circumstances.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Oh, they're going to go for it maybe.
Wow. Well,
Mike Verana just saying, to Tiger fans to stick around after the game. I'm pretty positive that's what the special announcement probably is, but I think the right thing here just to keep the focus on the game.
Hey, that's what Noah would want too.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
.2. Now, not likely, but a three-pointer would win it for Byron.
Mr. Cason Newton, I would say we want to have the ball out of his hands.
Yeah. Gavin Lanham is in the lineup. He's exceptionally fast.
Yeah, Asa Garten, it looks like, is drawing that assignment for now.
Okay. As Lanham drops back under the basket.
We have a foul to give too.
Oh, good call. Yes,
Yeah,
Princeton
good point,
only
Joe.
3 team fouls as well.
Here's the inbounds pass. Knocked away by Lanham, picked up by Laporte, and the ball game is all over. The Princeton Tigers have beaten the Byron Tigers 53-51. Let's see, today is what? Is it
February 8th.
February 8th, and you have the time.
8:43.
So let's back it up like
8:42.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so 8:40.
Okay.
Princeton Tiger fans, with his last basket, Noah Laporte has now passed former Tiger teammate Brady Thompson to become the all-time leading scorer in Princeton. Please welcome and congratulate Noah on this tremendous basketball accomplishment.
Tiffany, I'm going to give you the honors of just the documentation there.
Yeah, Saturday, February 8th, 8:40 p.m. Noah Laporte becomes the all-time leading scorer for Princeton boys basketball.
Isn't it something that Joe Rucklick held that record for what? I think it was close to 60 years.
Yeah.
Grady Thompson just passed it, what, maybe a couple of years ago or
Yeah.
so? And now Noah has it. He's got time. You know, we've still got several more ball games.
Yeah, and on the play that he made it, a game-winning basket down to the wire.
How sweet it is.
Wow.
I just feel honored and blessed that I was here to watch it. Don't you feel the same
a
way?
very special moment.
Yeah. Give credit to the Byron fans. They were
Yes.
participating as well. That's very classy. Nice work.
So Noah, he needed 27,
That's right.
He
Finished
got-
with 28.
28. Joe, do you have any more notes at all that you can share with us?
I do have one.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the Hall of Famer Bob Beals. He compiled a 363-win, 296-loss record at Hampshire and Mendota High School. Bob's teams at Mendota won 9 holiday tournaments, including DeKalb and Pekin. He was named the head basketball coach at IVCC in 1975.
I actually got to know Bob Beals. I had him for a class over at IVC. And Tiffany, you've maybe heard me say this before, but he said, "Did you ever take a basketball rim down from the shelf at the store and hold it up?" He goes, "You wonder how you could ever miss." But I remember when I was a little kid, Princeton played Mendota, both teams at the top of the conference. Princeton had a center named Rick Larson that was a 7-footer. Can remember as a kid being real confident about the game, and Bob's Mendota team put on a full court press, and the final score was like 90-50. Princeton couldn't get the ball over half court. He was a great coach and a fine gentleman. All right, well, the scoring totals for Princeton: Gavin Lanham with 2, Asa Garten with 7, Noah Laporte with 28, and Jordan Reinhart with 15. For Byron, Cason Newton, absolutely sensational, 26 points, 7 points for Considine. Number 15, it's probably not well, we're just going to go with that because I don't want to say his name and get it wrong. He had 6 and 8 points for Edmondson. Scored by quarters, it was 14-9 Princeton after 1 at halftime. Tigers led 22-19. After 3, Byron actually moved ahead. They were up 37-27 38-34, and the Tigers wind up winning this one by a final score of 53-51 on a night when Noah Laporte sets the all-time scoring record. I suppose you might be wondering, why don't we have him up here for a post-game interview, but he's such a humble kid. I don't know how thrilled he would be about coming up, and I don't want to put him in an awkward spot. So, Joe and Tiffany, I'm going to offer you the opportunity if you have any concluding remarks.
Oh, just what an exciting night. And Norm, you said it best, just to feel blessed just to be able to witness this game and moment for Noah. He's an outstanding kid, great character, obviously an outstanding athlete as well. But just a great win for the Princeton Tigers, and you love to see it end like that.
Absolutely. Fantastic game. It's fun to be a part of it. And just remind folks of catching the next couple games here on Tiger Central Live. On Friday the 14th, the Tigers will host Hall. And then on Saturday the 15th, they will host Winnebago at 6 p.m.
Want to thank our production crew. They've been here all day. Landon Bushel and Nolan Brongle. Guys, can't thank you enough. So very much appreciated. Once again, our final scores here tonight. And let's just back up for the day, actually, because our girls victorious earlier today on the varsity level, 47-40, as they earn their 18th win of the year. Sophomores win for Princeton, 56-54 over Byron in overtime. And in the varsity matchup, it's Princeton prevailing over Byron. Want to make sure I'm giving this exactly right here. Let's see. 53 rather to 51 as Noah Laporte sets the all-time scoring record and finishes with 28 points. I'm sure they'll be putting the tape of him scoring that basket on Tiger Central Live. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have a little bit of a break from Tiger Central Live games, but we will be on the air on Friday as Princeton entertains the Hall Red Devils. Thanks so much for tuning in. And again, our final score, Princeton 53, Byron 51. Have a good night, everybody.